pray for, every night and every day for. You give it all, then you give more. That's good for footy.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome along to, where are we? Anyone know? Matthew Flinders Hotel in Chadstone. It's Collingwood night. Welcome along, everyone. How are you? You know you're in the preliminary final, don't you? You know you're playing Richmond on Friday night at the MCG, don't you? And you know you're going to win, don't you? All right. Oh, gee. I reckon there's a few other people that might be thinking that's I've jumped the gun there. No, seriously, welcome along everyone tonight. It's great to have you here. These two have given up their time to come down and spend it with you 2 nights before the big game. So make sure you have a good time with them tonight. We'll get some photos done over there. You guys have a good time, all right? Everyone in for that? Yeah. Great. This is the only live and interactive footy panel show going around. This is where the fans meet the players and the players meet the fans. As I said, you'll meet the boys when they come out here. There's some pretty serious football panel shows, and most of you that have been to these know that this is not one of them, all right? So let's get into it. Our first panellist, he was born on the 2nd of January 1991. He's played a total of 209 games and kicked 151 goals. He's made his AFL debut back in 2009. He wears the number on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Still Sidebottom. Thanks, mate. Anywhere you like, mate. There he is. Save that. Save that. We'll get the next one out here, and that way we can get on with the show, and then you can sing that song in its entirety. Our second panellist, he was born on the 29th of June 1990. He's played a total of 160 games and kicked 88 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2011. He wears the number 38 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Mr. Jeremy Howe. Jazza! Hey.
Good old Collingwood forever. They know how to play the game.
All right, sing it. Come on. Here's your chance.
They stick together to uphold the Magpies' name. See the barrackers are shouting as all barrackers should. Oh, the premiership's a cakewalk for the good old Collingwood.
All right, there you go. Hopefully you'll all hear that when they come out in the ground, and it'd be probably very nice if you hear that at the end of the game on the ground as well, I would presume. Guys, thanks for being available and coming down here tonight to be with these fans. It's really wonderful. I've had both of you on the show in 2018, which has been fantastic. But to come back and be here available on a Wednesday night before the game on a Friday is seriously fantastic. I want you guys to seriously put your hands together for them right now. Thank you. I'm going to go into a lot of footy talk with you boys, but we'll do that as we go on with the show. So we'll get into it with our first segment. That way we can kick into all the other things that are really important and what these people want to know about. We'll do it with our first segment, ladies and gentlemen. It's called It's My Life.
It's my life. I do what I want. I do what I want.
Now, because you've both been on the show before, I had to sort of mix it up a little bit. So I'm going to go through a couple of quick questions and we'll get out of this nice and quick. We'll get into the tipping and then we'll start having some fun with the fans that are here tonight. Do you come from a big or small family, boys?
Big.
And can I ask you, whilst you're at that, how many, when you say big, brothers and sisters wise?
I've got 4 older brothers.
4 older brothers?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
And then I think mum's one of 5 girls, dad's one of 4 boys. So.
Wow, you're not Tasmanian?
Not much to do in Tallagaroo.
Yeah. Wow, that is a big family. Jeremy?
I'm probably the opposite. Small family, so I've only got the one sibling, just the older brother.
Older brother, yeah, okay. Who did you barrack for growing up, boys? It's always important to get this one out off the top.
I was a Bombers fan growing up.
Okay.
Collingwood.
Yeah, good. Very nice, very nice. Now, when you started playing footy, did the family come straight across and did they start barracking for Collingwood, or have they always had alliances with other clubs? What's the go there?
Yeah, so my family's all spread out. So my dad was a Saints supporter. Mum was Carlton.
Right.
Oldest brother was Melbourne. Then Essendon, Geelong, Richmond.
No way.
And I actually went for Bulldogs until I was about 5, and then I followed my older brother and started going for the Bombers. But I think they all support me, but probably not so much the Maggies, I think. But
how's that? What a mixed bag. So when you guys all get together, you talk about football, but everyone's got their own opinions, obviously.
Yeah, exactly right. And the oldest, the Melbourne supporter, he's mad Melbourne, so he's pretty happy at the minute.
He's up and about?
hopefully we'll smash them next week.
Love it. Excellent. And Jeremy, what about you, mate?
Yeah, similar. Obviously, I was Collingwood. My dad was Collingwood.
Yep.
My brother was Richmond. My mother was Carlton. So the household was
A
was
little
pretty
bit of a
full on
mixed
at
match
times.
as well. Yeah, good. Okay. How old were you when you first started playing footy?
Oh, I reckon probably like proper footy, maybe grade 3, I reckon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Age of 3.
No, grade 3.
Oh,
so I was
grade
probably,
3. I was gonna
what's
say.
that, 8, 9?
Yeah, okay. It's just Kochi said the other week, I asked him and he said he was about the age of 4. And I thought, wow, if you were 3, that's not bad. But yeah, okay, grade 3, so about the age of 8 or 9. All
And
right.
I'll be the same, yeah, probably, I think under 8s is my first year. I didn't do Auskick, so
Yep.
straight into it.
Wow, all right. What's the one thing that you love about footy the most?
Other than winning.
Yes.
Well, clearly I love playing in front of all our awesome members and fans. I think the buzz that you get, not only when yourself or one of your teammates kicks a goal is, it's something you can't, I don't know, you can't get from anything else.
No, you can't replicate it.
I suppose the hairs on the back of your neck stand up and, that's why we've got the best members and I love playing in front of all of yous every week.
Just before you go with your answer, Jeremy, the reason I asked that question is because there's probably the obvious answer is, well, I love it for the mateship, but I always want people that are here to get the understanding of what it's like being out on the MCG and just being in the centre and looking around and seeing what you're going to see on Friday night is going to be the most amazing thing you've ever seen in your life. It's going to be probably the biggest crowd that they've had at the MCG since they refurbished both the Ponsford stand and also the Great Southern stand. So it's going to be an amazing feeling, and that's the kind of electricity that I'm trying to get the fans to understand what that must be like. So your answer, without putting any pressure on it?
No, I'd be probably of the similar opinion. It's the feeling that you get from the atmosphere provided by purely the fans.
Yeah.
If you could bottle that up and take a sip of it at any time, it would be the most amazing feeling of all time because you can't get that from anywhere else. And it's heavily, the investment from the fans that come and support us. It's super.
How good's that? Imagine if you're able to take like a specky and everyone would be going, how good is that mark? That should be mark of the year. Yes? Yeah. Nice feeling there too, mate. Hey, boys, what do you do to relax and unwind when you're, the high pressure of football's not in your face?
Yeah, I've got 2 dogs at home that I like to chill out with. On my days off, maybe not relax, but sort of get away from footy. A few of us at the footy club have been doing an apprenticeship in carpentry, so I do a little bit of that when I find the time and feel like it, I suppose.
Nice.
But that's good to get away from footy and do other things.
Absolutely. Jez?
I like to get on the golf course, so I'll try to drag him away if he doesn't feel like doing a carpentry day. I'll try to drag him away and get him on the golf course. But I don't study in that at the moment, so I'll probably just use that as my getaway from footy.
Okay. And do you get away to go golfing with him often? Is that the opportunity that does happen, or?
We've been away once. We went 2 years ago, I think, just to Cobram Barooga for Australia Day weekend. But we like to get to like Mornington, where all the nice courses are down there a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Do you have any movie, TV show, or video game recommendations? Have you been watching anything on Stan of late, or anything on Netflix, or been to the flicks?
I'm up to date with a couple. So one called Power on Stan.
Oh yeah, yep.
And there's another one called Billions, also on Stan. So I'm up to date with both of those. So I've just started another one, Animal Kingdom.
Oh yeah, the the American adaptation of the Australian
So I think
movie.
those 3 are the ones that probably keep me a bit busy at the moment.
Still?
Yeah, I've just got sport on at my TV all the time, so I'll watch golf, cricket, rugby, ping pong if it's on.
No way. As much
I'm
sport as you can soak
bit of
up.
a sport freak, yeah.
Yeah. I've been watching Ozarks, which is a really awesome show if you're into that. It's a bit like Breaking Bad, but it's a really good television series. Nothing to do with sport, but anyway. You've just been handed a first-class ticket to go anywhere in the world. Where are you going?
Jeremy and I went to Ibiza last year, so I wouldn't mind heading back there.
Yeah, right.
That'd be nice sitting up the front.
European summer?
It'd be beautiful. We're probably going to, if you went now, you'd probably miss it. But something.
Okay, Ibiza, top of the list. First class to Ibiza.
Yeah, they're all Barcelona. I think that's where we started, so we had a pretty good time there as well.
Yeah, okay, all right. Who's your favourite musical band on the planet? Who do you like the most?
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay. Favourite album then would be Under the Bridge, Californication.
Oh, Californication. Probably the
Yeah,
easy
all right.
one.
Still?
I love music, but I actually, I listen to most songs and I actually wouldn't even know who sings them
Yeah, right.
or
Gotta
whatever.
Shazam it
So
or-
I don't even know if I have a favourite band or whatever. Obviously, I like sort of like the older stuff like AC/DC and that kind of thing. But
Ever been to see them?
I have actually. I went when they were Etihad maybe last year or the year before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you sing us a bit of your favourite song?
No, maybe it might be a segment coming up.
Yeah, it might. Well, he has been on the show before. Yeah. No, I took that off because I thought, no, I won't do that again. Hey, what's your favourite movie of all time and how many times have you seen it?
Yeah, mine's Happy Gilmore. I've seen it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, a lot of times.
Is it because of Adam Sandler or is it just because it's got a combination of golf, which is sport, and
Yeah, a bit of everything.
Yeah. slapstick
Yeah,
comedy?
I think,
Don't
yeah,
have
the
to
whole
think too
thing.
hard, just press play.
I'm sure
and go for
everyone's seen it and how good it is. Yeah, it's great.
Mine would be, it's another comedy, it's called Superbad, so I've watched it
Oh, yeah.
probably 50 times.
50 times. So how many times with you with Happy Gilmore?
Oh, at least 50, I would have
Whoa!
thought. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. When you start reciting the lines, you're in real trouble there. Hey, is there anything that really annoys you at the moment that you want to share with all of us?
Traffic. Actually, I played golf with Maney, Ox and Buddha Hocking yesterday at Sanctuary Lakes.
Right.
And I live in Kew. It took me 45 minutes to get there and it took me, I reckon, 2 hours to get home. So I hate traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm living in Shepparton.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as traffic there. So to get stuck on the Westgate Bridge for, I don't know, nearly took me 40 minutes to actually cross the actual bridge. So,
Oh, man.
yeah, traffic's not great.
Yeah, all right.
Mine's got something to do with traffic. It's probably like if you go down a narrow street, and you're looking at the person at the other end, clearly only one can go down.
Oh, yeah.
I'm happy to sit back and let them come through. And if they drive straight past and don't wave, I just want to turn around and chase them. Like,
Yeah, do a U-bolt. I'm
it
coming
drives
after
me
you.
insane.
I
It's
hear
not that
ya.
hard to just go, thank you. Like,
Isn't it? Well, that's that country thing, you know, even when you used to be driving out in the country and they just get the little finger that lifted off the steering wheel, I'll be
Yeah.
happy with that.
Yeah.
But here they just like,
Take off.
Oh, yeah. All right, thanks for sharing that. Hey, where's been your best ever holiday? I know you alluded to Barcelona and Ibiza. Is that probably it? Would that be?
It would be it for me, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, and finish with Croatia on the end of it on a
Wow.
boat. So that was pretty special.
Excellent. Family or friends have flown in from interstate. What are you going to do with them? Any time at all?
Bring them to the footy.
Oh, I reckon they'd be happy if they flew in this weekend and you said, oh, I'm taking you to the footy. You wouldn't have to you'd probably sell those tickets on eBay for like 80,000. Wow, yeah,
I'll
sorry.
just stack the fridge full of food and beers and they'd be happy, I reckon.
Leave them alone. It's all yours. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a nice little short segment. It was us getting to know the boys. It's called It's My Life. Thank you, boys. What we're going to do, boys, very quickly, because we've only got 2 games to talk about, I'm going to go into the footy very briefly and talk about the second game, but I'm going to turn that into the first game because it is the finals. It's preliminary final weekend. What a big weekend, seriously, of football in Melbourne and across the country. Let's introduce it, though.
Oh yeah, September to remember.
Yep, that's pretty well it. It is September to remember. We will go to this game, boys. It's Saturday, September the 22nd. Aren't you glad you're not doing this road trip? It's West Coast versus Melbourne at Optus Stadium, 3:20 p.m. Let's hear the West Coast theme song. That'll do. Thanks, mate. Let's go straight to the Melbourne theme song.
It's a grand old flag. It's a
There we go.
high-flying flag.
So, boys, what I want to ask you is, do you care who wins this? Or, probably more to the point, who do you think will? And is it going to be a game that lives up to expectations or what? I just want to get your thoughts on how you see this one playing out.
I'll say as a footy fan, I'd like to see the D's win.
Okay.
Whether or not they can go over to Perth and beat West Coast is obviously another thing, but we played there clearly a few weeks ago, and I suppose the atmosphere there of, I think there was 60,000 people there or whatever, and it was something that I sort of haven't experienced before. It's sort of a little bit of Etihad and the MCG sort of mixed together, so
right.
the stadium sort of half covers the ground, so everything that's sort of happens in the stadium stays in and nothing gets out. So it's pretty loud, and they turn the lights off when they run out, and the Perth fans are mad. So it's something that probably the D's fans are lucky to experience, and I hope the D's win, but I'll probably say that West Coast will win.
Do you think they do that for intimidation purposes? You're playing on our home deck. We're going to, it's all about us. Lights go down. We're coming out. The parochial crowd. I heard there was conversations the other week where they were saying you literally could not hear each other as players on your own team. You can't hear each other. You literally had to go up. Is it? Give the fans that are here tonight. Is it like that?
Yeah, it is. Well, I was just at Howie's before we come, and Lewis Jetta was getting interviewed on Fox Sports News, and when he kicked that goal against us, I think we both said that was like the loudest moment of the match. And you can't hear anything, and you try not to whenever you play, you try not to sort of get distracted by the crowd or whatever. But when it's that loud, it's sort of hard not to go past it. But I'm sure a lot of you guys will get over there at some stage and experience it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Can I ask you again? What's the comparison between Adelaide Oval and Optus Oval in Perth? Is there much difference, like noise-wise, or is it? Yeah,
I reckon I can only kind of compare it. The biggest crowd I've played for is the Anzac Day game.
Oh, wow.
And that's out of control loud, but it still doesn't compare anything like what the sound is that comes out of that joint.
Amazing.
It's like when Jetta kicked that goal, it's like someone punched you in the chest. It was that intense that it came out on the ground. And no wonder they get a lift. They actually provide a real good entertainment service pre-game and gets everyone going, gets the fans going mad. Yeah. And then they carry it out throughout the game. But it is a good experience. But to say I want to play there more often than not, it'd be a lie. So.
Wow. Jesus. Hey, that's really good insight, because that's what Melbourne's going to be up against when they go there, and they've got to be on their best behaviour. They're going to play a team that wants to win for each other. They're coming up against a team that when they played them last time, obviously they beat them, but there was no Kennedy, there was no Darling. Those boys are back in their red hot form, and then they've got a really good forward line structure, the West Coast Eagles. So they're going to be up against it. So your tip is heart Melbourne, head West Coast. Yeah. And Jez?
I think West Coast might get the better of them. I do have still a few mates at the D's, but I wouldn't mind seeing them fall away. But no, but look, I think West Coast forward line is pretty intense, but Melbourne's midfield's better than most. So it's going to be a good game.
Oh, I look forward to it. Yeah, I'm getting goosebumps already. What we want to now do, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about this game. This game is proudly brought to you by the Big Picture people, the experts in home cinema. What I want to talk about here, boys, is a little bit of insight into this. I will introduce it. It is Friday night, ladies and gentlemen. It is September the 21st. It's the first preliminary final. It's Richmond v Collingwood at the MCG. Let's hear the Richmond song. You are awfully quiet. That'll do there, mate. Yeah, I'm getting the chop. Get that off now. Let's go with this one then. It is Collingwood. You better make some noise.
Good old Collingwood forever. They know how to play the game. Side by side they stick together to uphold the Magpies.
Okay, all right, okay. Yep. Good luck with everything, how it goes, boys. There's no two ways about why I'm saying that. I'm going to go through a couple of little things that I've made notes of. Round 6, you come up against the Tigers. They beat you by 43 points. Round 19, you come up against the Tigers. They beat you by 28. You're narrowing the margin. I wanted to talk about this because I was watching both the West Coast game and then I was watching the GWS game. And it was, for me, it was inaccurate kicking is what's going to lose you the game on Friday night. Look, it's not rocket science, I get that. Kick a lot of goals and you win the game. But it's just that there'd been some inaccurate kicking going into the forward line. And things like that you can't afford to do against the Tigers. Obviously, you know that. I know Ads Treloar's just come back. Some of the the players that are coming back at the moment, you've been depleted by injury throughout the year, and I know we've spoken about this. Everyone was gunning for Bucks' head, round 3. That's it. You've got to get rid of him. He's got to go. Mason Cox, ship him off back to America. And you've gone through so much injury to get to where you are. You've gone through so much heartache, but you're there now, right? And if you guys can get on the deck and kick accurately, you're going to go a long way to beating the Tigers on Friday night. There's no two ways about that. You probably could have really put GWS away in the first and second quarters last week, and it didn't happen. And I think the margin, that was only 10 points, wasn't really as flattering as what it could have been. And I think if you can come out there and you can afford to do that against the Tigers, to kick those goals, you're going to be in front. I mean, there's no two ways. Look, it's going to be a red-hot ball game from the get-go. The tackling is going to be hard and physical, continually pushing the ball forward, running in packs and supporting the ball carriers, obviously what you're going to need to do. There are some key matchups, no more importantly than in your forward line structure, and depending on the one-on-ones, whether it's Grimes and Vlosten, who are going to come up against Tagoe. Geordie's great off the run, the short run, and then he gets out in front and he marks on his chest. He can mark it out, above his head. Myercheck is a strong mark, but you need him to actually get out and play outside of himself. Jaden Stevenson is great in and under and cuts through the packs, and he works the outside really well. If you've got big Mason Cox bringing the ball down to ground, you've got crummers like Thomas, Hoskin Elliott, Aish, Adams and Treloar. They'll need to come into their own. All of these things that I'm saying, they're pretty well there, aren't they?
Yeah, I think, to your first point, clearly kicking points isn't ideal, but I think what's the positive out of that is that we're getting opportunities to score. And I think we did dominate that first quarter, and I'm not sure we kicked 3 goals, 6 or whatever it has, so it could have been a lot more, but we seem to look at the positives more than obviously the negatives. So for us to be able to be making enough opportunities to have that many shots on goal, we're obviously doing something right. And I think, the longer, if we can keep doing that, the more and more we'll keep doing it, the goals will keep coming. So if we have the same amount of inside 50s and shots this week in the first quarter, I'm no doubt that we'll turn the goals into points and maybe the other way around.
And that's my point, and I'm not trying to be facetious here, but that's exactly how I saw it. I was interested in this stat, and I heard this during the week. Dusty spends zero amount of time in defence. 85% of his time is on the ball, and 15% of his time is down in the forward line. So what you're going to need to be aware of is that's going to be crucial, to keep an eye on Dusty. It'll be interesting to see, do you think Maynard may go to Dusty in that respect? Is that maybe an option?
Yeah, potentially. We probably go through matchups and that tomorrow, but after Braden's performance on the weekend, I think, and because he's quite a thick young lad, he's quite strong, and clearly Dusty's a super player, and he has the ability to just pretty much run from the midfield and just dart forward whenever he wants. So even if the ball's going the other way, he still trends back to where their goals. But
absolutely.
Yeah, clearly he's one that we've got to watch. Kane Lambert's probably the one that lets him get off the leash because he's a forward that goes into the midfield, and then Dusty can do what he likes. But they're kind of a couple of guys that we'll definitely put some time into, and that'll go a long way to getting the result.
They've got a few that can bob up, haven't they, Jeremy? When you think about it, Camden McIntosh kicked a bag of 3 only 2 weeks ago. He came up out of nowhere. Little Jack Higgins, the forward line. You've got obviously Jack Rewalt, Coleman medalist for this year. So there's going to be the challenges are going to be there, but you guys are up to it, and that's what you're looking forward to. You must be just about chaping at the bit. Get me out there Friday night.
It's a little bit like that.
Yeah.
I think the Prez was complaining about the 6-day break, but when you're in this position, you almost just want it to come around. But we've had a good solid week on the track. We haven't done anything too physical, getting everybody right to go. So you're right. Everyone's looking forward to it.
Can I ask you about today? You had open training today down at the Westpac Centre.
Holden Centre.
Holden Centre. Excuse me. Keep up with the sponsors. Lexus, Holden. I could mention them all. Eddie, you'd love me for that. But what was it like? What was the atmosphere like down there today? You had Melbourne just up the road doing their training.
Yep. Yeah, so it was super. I think I wouldn't mind knowing how many were there, but it was packed all the way around the outside of the oval. It was super, creating an amazing atmosphere to train with. We did about 12 minutes of match simulation where there was genuine barracking going for when we kicked goals. So it was, Oh, it was a great atmosphere there. It's obviously a really exciting time of year,
Yeah.
and for the fans to turn out makes us feel better as well.
Beautiful. Nothing better than that, fresh cut grass and the smell of deep heat penetrating. Last one, boys. Centre clearance. This is huge for you guys. Arguably, you've got the best ruckman in the business, Brodie Grundy. That's going to go a long way to helping you guys win the game. He's ramming that ball down the throat of either Taylor Adams or Adam Treloar in the centre. You win those ball clearances, kick it down in the forward line. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. You start kicking with accuracy. Hello. That's going to be the situation. I don't have any more to add to that. Is there anything you wanted to say that?
No, I think you've hit the nail right.
We've hit the nail right on the head. All right, well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we wanted to discuss. We've done that now. That game was brought to you by the Big Picture people, the experts in home cinema. 6 great locations: South Morang, Cheltenham, Fountain Gate, Hoppers Crossing, Water Gardens and the Gold Coast. Can you please put your hands together for these 2 champions? They're going to be out there representing the Collingwood Football Club on Friday night. Thank you, boys. Well done. Play it out there, Rob.
Oh yeah, September to remember. How could we forget?
All right, what we're going to do here, ladies and gentlemen, we need a couple of people to get involved in this particular part of the show. What we're going to be... let's introduce it whilst they're making their way up. It's called Simply the Best.
You're simply the best.
There you go, handshakes all rank. So welcome to the show, Tracy and Mark. What we're going to be doing here, you 2 lovely people, is we're going to be playing Simply the Best. The way that it works, these 2 boys are going to be keeping score on your behalf. All right, so Jez is going to be keeping score for you, Tracy, and Stu is going to be keeping score for you, Mark. And the way that it works is I'm going to be reading out a certain number of questions, and you need to buzz in if you know the answer. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to test you with your buzzer. So, Mark, your buzzer is your name. Give us your buzzer.
Mark.
Wow. All right. That's good, Mark. It's working very well. Tracy, can you test yours?
Tracy.
Well done. So keep the microphone nice and close to your mouth so that when you hear the question, you can buzz in very, very quickly and hopefully you'll win this. Do you know what you're playing for?
No.
You do. Tracy does. Yeah, we'll keep it a surprise and Tracy's very excited, so she's obviously all over this. Are you ready to go?
Yep.
Yeah? Yeah? He's very confident, isn't he? All right, here we go.
No, not.
No, he's not. No, that was sarcasm, trust me. All right, here we go. How many premierships has your club won?
Tracy.
Tracy.
15.
15 is correct.
16,
Well done.
16 in the next
Yeah, no. Yeah, we're not. This is not Back to the Future. All right. How many premierships has your club won at the moment? It's 15. Correct. So that's 1 point, Jezza. How many times has your team played in a losing grand final? Mark.
4.
Have you ever heard of a saying called the Collywobbles? No? Okay, it's 26. Bad luck. It's been a few. You were close. All right. Who is your team's captain?
Tracy.
Tracy.
Pendles.
Scott Pendlebury, correct. Who wears the number 7 at your club?
Tracy.
Tracy?
Adam Treloar.
Adam Treloar is correct. We might need to test your microphone, mate.
Is it working? Yes.
It could be. All right. How many members does your club currently have?
Tracy.
Closest to within 1,000.
80,000.
Mark?
70.
So you've gone 80 and you've gone 70.
Tracy. 75.
75's correct. You've got it. 75,879. Tracy, you are cleaning up here. You're halfway to putting your...
Obviously goes to the footy every week.
knife and fork in that prize.
Yes.
Where did your team finish on the ladder at the end of the home and away
Tracy.
season? Oh, yeah, okay, go Tracy.
Lose a point.
Go Tracy.
I'm hoping you're going to say this year.
You've got to give me the answer.
4th.
Mark. 3rd.
I haven't actually given the you could have heard the whole question then. It is this year, and you did say 3rd, so you've got the point. You're off the mark. Yeah. Well done. Still was getting bored up here. He's finally off the mark. You've done it, mate. It was 3rd. Try and wait until the whole question gets read out, just in case. How many games did your team win this year at the end of the home and away season?
Mark. 15.
Correct, mate. All right. You've got a taste for it now, haven't you? Okay. What year did your team last win a grand final and who did they play? Tracy.
2010.
Yes.
And yes, St Kilda, I think.
St Kilda, all right. Yeah, you got it.
No helping.
Yeah, no helping, no helping.
Deduct a point for
That's it.
help.
Yeah, 2010 and it was St Kilda. How many points did you win that grand final by?
Tracy,
Tracy.
56.
Correct. Mark. Mark, this is where you start to come into your own. These are where the points start
You
getting
go for
doubled.
Collingwood, Mark, or what? You go for Collingwood?
I live up in Wodonga. I don't get down here much.
No, it's not. You're still voting for Collingwood whether you live in Sydney or...
Oh, it's different
Anyway,
up the-
all right.
different up the
okay.
country.
You're right, mate. Now, this question's worth 2 points, mate. Who was your club's leading goal kicker in 2018?
Mark.
And how many goals did they kick? Mark.
Hoskin Elliott with 40.
No. Tracy, would you like to have a go?
I'll go with Degoe.
Yes.
Degoe. And I think it's about 41.
Yes, yes, you got it. Spot on, 2 points. Jordan Degoe with 41 goals. Well done. Mark, this is now worth 3 points. We're going up in volume here. How many votes and what year did the last Collingwood player win a Brownlow medal?
Tracy.
Tracy.
What player? The question again, sorry. It was, no, I know. It's
It's worth 3 points.
Dates won 2011,
Yeah.
and he had 34 votes.
Oh, man. She does it right. 3 points. Yeah, all three. Dane Swan, 2011, 34 points. Well done, Tracy. I don't even know whether to ask anymore. What is the score?
It's a shellacking.
11. Right. This last question is worth 9 points. Okay. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Make sure it's easy.
No, it's not. You've been a really good winner, Tracy. So, who won the Norm Smith medal in the 2010 grand final?
Mark.
Mark?
Scott Pendlebury. And
There's everyone out there. And?
The draw. Who won in the draw?
St Kilda player.
Do you remember it was a draw? I think even
His
in...
first name's Lenny.
Lenny Hayes.
There you go. There you go. Guess what, Tracy? You are simply the best. Well done. Good on you, darling. Good stuff. Well done, mate. That edition of Simply the Best is brought to you by the Cheesecake Shop. The Cheesecake Shop made with love. Mark, don't go away, my friend. You've got to come back and get your prizes. And Tracy, don't you want yours as well? Look what you've won. Come on in, Sandy, and bring it into the centre.
She was very good.
She was damn good. There it is. You've won. There you go. Collingwood chocolate mud cake. It's all yours. And I tell you what, it's got some weight in it too. You don't go away empty-handed. You've won all the vouchers. And guess what? There's a $40 voucher in there from the Cheesecake Shop, so you can go and buy your own cake. All right? Well done, Mark. Thank you. Thanks, Tracy. Good on you guys. Very nice. Very nice indeed. What we need to do now, we want 2 contestants to come up here, and I'd like them to be kids. So who are the kids that would like to play? Nice to meet you, Seb. Nice to meet you, Stella. What you two are going to be doing, you're going to be keeping score for the boys, all right? The way this segment's going to work, I'll introduce it. There is your Stella. There is your paddle. Sebastian, you've got yours. Make sure they're both back on one. We'll introduce a segment. It's called Spin Me Right Round. Spin me right round, baby, right round. Sandy goes, 'cause I put the shows together on a Monday afternoon, you know, and Sandy comes home and she goes, "What'd you do today?" And I said, "I've got some new segments." And I didn't tell her about this one, so she's quite surprised. That's what you did Monday afternoon. This is a new segment, guys. It's called Spin Me Right Round. What's going to happen here is I've got a 20-sided die, all right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin up the die, and whatever letter it lands on, I want you to give me a player from any club out of the whole 18 clubs that starts with that letter. So if it comes up as S, you can say still side bottom. That'd be fantastic. So I'm going to spin it, and it's going to be the first one that gets to... We'll try...
Are we buzzing in?
Yeah, I'd like it if you did. So you could go still, and then you could say the name. Or you could say Jezza, and then you'll say the name. Yeah. All right, so the way it's going to work, I'm going to spin the die. You give me the player's name from any club in the league, starting with this particular letter, and you say your name first to buzz in. Are we ready to go?
Yep.
Stella? Seb? Yep. Rock on, they say. All right, here we go.
Steal.
First one. Pete.
Huh?
Oh, you go.
Did you?
Yeah.
Paul Piopolo.
Paul Piopolo. And I reckon if you get 2 P's, you get 2
Double
points.
up.
Double up. Beautiful. Let's go with that. I like this. It's working already. Okay, so we buzz in with your name.
Steele.
Steele.
Ryan Burton.
Ryan Burton. All right, 1 point. There you go. So you got 2 down there, Sept, and we got 1 here.
Jeremy.
G for J. Jeremy G.
That has to be their first name, does it?
Yeah.
Steele. Gary Ablett.
Gary Ablett. All right. Stolen beautifully. Well done. Nice point. Gary Rowan. Excellent. T.
Steele.
Steele.
Travis Varco.
Travis Varco. He's flying. And hasn't he had a great final series? Well done, Travis Varco. You're flying along here, sell it. This will be all right. Jess is here. He'll get into it. E. Who wants it?
Steele.
Steele.
Yeah. Eddie Betts.
Eddie Betts. All
So you got
right.
that from elsewhere? Probably don't count it.
Yeah, not bad. He's flying. What's he sitting on already? He's already up to 4.
Stop flicking them.
All right. W.
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Will Hoskin-Elliott.
Will Hoskin-Elliott. Excellent. All right, nice. It's actually going really well when he says Collingwood players because everyone's right into that. All right, let's see how we go here.
Steele.
Oh, Jazz.
Cade Simpson.
Cade Simpson. All right. All right, here we go.
Steele. Steele.
Oh, Steele.
Isaac Heaney.
Oh, Isaac Heaney for an I. Like it. B.
Steele.
Steele.
Brad Crouch.
Brad Crouch. Yeah, all right.
Brody Grundy.
Brody. Yeah.
Oh, Brody, yeah, I know Brody.
Yeah, he said Brad.
Keep it on your toes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So what have we got? 6 versus what? 6 versus 4. You're going pretty well here, mate. H.
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Double letter. Harry Himmelberg.
Did you see how proud he was of that? That was beautiful. That was like he just reeled in a river. Yeah, well done, mate. Nice. This is like Scrabble double points. All right, how we going here?
Steele.
Oh. B. Jazz.
Brody Grundy.
Brody Grundy. All right. There you go.
Steele. For double points. Paul Puopolo.
Already said
Did
it.
we give him one he's already
I
said?
already said that.
No, you've outvoted.
Probably
Sorry.
lose one.
All right.
I'll go. Jeremy.
Yes.
Paul Seedsman.
Paul Seedsman. Yeah, good. Ex-Collingwood boy. All right. So
the
how we
crowd-
down there? 6 versus 8. Okay. All right. He slipped you a 50,
kicking him
didn't he?
Steele.
L.
Lockie Hansen.
Lockie Hansen. All right. So what are we now? 7 versus 8. It's going to go down to the wire, this one. Maybe like Friday night's
He's
game.
retired.
Henderson.
Lockie Hanson's retired.
Yeah, Henderson.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Yeah. Controversy.
Steele.
C.
His name starts with K. Callum Brown.
Callum Brown. All right. So they got 8 versus 8. We there? 8 versus 8. Here it
Jeremy.
is. O.
Oscar McDonald.
Oh, nice. Nice. So we got 9 versus 8. This could win it for you, Jazz.
Jeremy.
Oh. Jeremy come in with an R.
Rory Laird.
Rory Laird. And he finishes up with a 10. We have a winner. Nicely done.
Cheater.
That wasn't too bad. That was all right. That was a different segment. We wanted to try something different. We have a winner. That is you, my friend. You get to take away all the vouchers. That was pretty easy. All you had to do was sit there and turn that nice little thing over, and now you're going to go home and eat a cheesecake, head off to the, Funfields water park and do all the rest of it. Stella, bad luck. Nice go, though. It's not like you lost. You're just a runner-up, all right? And you didn't really lose. Still did, all right? There's a thing to keep your drinks warm, and a stubby holder, and a beanie, all right? Everyone's happy. Go away happy. It's all good. Now, I want 2 contestants to come up and play this one. And welcome to the show, Phil. Nice to have you here, Luke. You boys reckon you know a fair bit about the Collingwood Football Club, don't you? Yeah? Definitely.
Yep.
You're pretty confident about it. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to be reading out the players' numbers, and you need to give me their Christian name and their surname. In 45 seconds, I want to see how many of these you can get right, okay? Currents, all from the current list. I'm going to introduce a segment. It's called Say My Name. All right, we've flipped it over to the fans, boys, tonight, just to see how smart they are. Who'd like to go first?
He'd like to go first.
Oh, would you? All right. Well done, Phil.
Yeah,
Thanks
why
for
not?
volunteering. So I'm going to read them all out, mate. You've got 45 seconds. I'll give you the number and you've got to give me the Christian name and the surname.
Sure.
No slang, no abbreviations, just straight Christian name, surname. We ready to go, Phil?
Yep.
Here you go. Here's your first one. Number 29.
Tim Broomhead.
Correct. Number 1.
Alex Fasolo.
Correct. Number 22.
Steel Sidebottom.
Correct. Number 40.
Josh Smith.
Correct. Number 2.
Donny DeGoey.
Correct. Number 33.
Rupert Wills.
Correct. Number 18.
Travis Varco.
Correct. Number 37.
Brandon Maynard.
Correct. Number 5.
Jamie Elliott.
Correct. Number 12.
Matt Scharenberg.
Correct. Ooh, number 7.
Adam Trelaw.
Correct. Number 39.
Ben Crocker.
Correct. Number 10.
Scott Pendlebury.
Correct. Number 13.
Taylor Adams.
Correct. Number 35.
Jaden Stevenson.
Correct. Number 14.
James Aish.
Correct. Number 34.
Tyler Brown.
Correct. That's it. 16. Not bad, Phil. Not bad. Good effort. How'd you feel? You were a bit tensed up there, were you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, that's all right.
16's a good omen.
Yeah. Yeah, now you know how these boys feel. All right, what we're going to do here, it's going to be your turn, Luke. You've got 45 seconds on the clock. I'll read out the number. You're going to do exactly the same thing. How you feeling?
Nervous moments.
Yeah, good. All right, we like nervous. Nervous is always good here. Your first one will start as soon as I say the number. Number 15.
15. Lyndon Dunn.
Correct. Number 32.
Will Oscar Elliott.
Correct. Number 21.
Tom Phillips.
Correct. Number 19.
Levi Greenwood.
Correct. Thanks for everyone out there. Number 23.
It was Lockie Keefe, but...
Pass.
Pass, yeah.
Sam McClarty. Number 17. Pass.
Pass on that
Callum
one.
Brown. Number 4.
Didac. Brodie Grundy.
Yes, Brodie Grundy. Correct. Number 25.
I'll pass.
All right, Jack Crisp. Number 16.
Chris Main.
Yes, number 8. Sorry, I was a little surprised then. All right, how we go? 6 versus 16. Luke, good effort, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Unfortunately, just not good enough.
Next time, retired stars. Next time.
Oh, okay, yeah. Study him over the off months, and then when we do the shows next year, you'll be right. You'll be primed and ready. Although they'll all be different by then. Well, we hope they're not. But anyway, Nicholas, not Nicholas. That was a Freudian slip because I'm so used to it. They come to show together. I'm sorry. Well, let's go with that. Phil, let's not confuse this. You've won. All right, congratulations. Luke, you're a distinct runner-up. Well done, brother.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
You get to take all the vouchers. They're all yours, mate. And there's a beanie to keep your head warm. There's a stubby holder. Put a beer in that. Cheers to all of you. Have a great final series to both of you. I hope your team gets up and wins. Now get off the stage. Thank you. But we've got one more segment before we get there. This is to see how much attention the boys have been paying to the show. It's called Knowing Me, Knowing You.
Knowing me, knowing you.
All right, nice to have you here, Ben. How are you, mate? You reckon the Pies are going to do it Friday night? Yeah, good on you. All right, excellent. You boys turn around and face that way. That way you'll be able to see yourself on YouTube when this show goes up there later on. All right, what's going to happen here, I've introduced the segment as Knowing Me, Knowing You. I'm going to ask you boys a series of questions. I'm going to ask you still questions about Jeremy, and then I'll reverse those questions to Jeremy about you. All right, who would like to go first? You'll go first. All right, great. So what's going to be happening here, Ben, you're going to be keeping score each time Still gets one right, all right? And then the same will happen when it's your turn, Will, and you'll be playing for Jeremy. So I'll be asking you, how old is Jeremy?
28.
Correct. All right. If you don't like the answer, by the way, you don't have to award the points, okay? It's all up to you. What is his date of birth, month and year?
Oh. Got no.
Nothing? Nothing at all? No? 29th of June 1990? Yeah, all right. No points there. Who did he grow up barracking for?
Collingwood. Who?
Beautiful. All right, you got a point for that. Excellent. What's the one thing that he loves about footy the most?
You guys, the crowds.
There you go. Beautiful. Excellent. Do you know what, if anything, annoys him the most in life?
when you're driving down like sort of tight streets and there's only room for one car to go, and sort of, you know, I'm happy to wait for them, but they come, you let them through, but they don't wave and say thank you. That it? Yeah.
Well done, mate. That was beautiful. How many brothers or sisters does he have?
He's got one brother, Junko.
Excellent. Beautiful. Yes, correct. How many goals has he kicked in his career to date?
Was it 83?
Whoa, close.
88. 88. Bad luck. How many games has he played?
154.
At 6 more.
160.
160. No point there either. What is his all-time favourite movie, and how many times has he seen it?
It was super bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
And
go.
he's watched it like 50 times.
There you go. Beautiful. If you had to describe his ideal day, what would it be?
Golf. Likes to play golf when he wants to chill out away from footy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good answer. You got that point then. So finished up with a total score of 7. Well done. Not bad. There you go,
No,
Still.
Still.
7 points. Thanks for that, Ben. Are you ready to go, Will? Here you go, mate. Jeremy's going to do the same questions, and it's all about Still. How old is he, mate?
27.
Correct.
Correct. What is his date of birth, month and year?
2nd of Jan 1991.
Bang.
Very good. Very good, mate. Who did he, when he was growing up, who did he barrack for?
The Bombers, but he barracked for the Bulldogs till he was 5.
I love it. Very nice. What's the one thing that he loves about footy the most?
The fans.
Would you agree, Still?
Totally.
Excellent, beautiful. Do you know what, if anything, annoys him the most in life?
Traffic.
Yeah.
Tell a story.
Go the story.
Well, there's no traffic back from where he's from, so
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, nothing up around Sept way. How many brothers or sisters does he have?
4 brothers.
Can you name him?
Twiggy, Buffhead, Golly, and Fleabagger.
Correct.
Oh, that was brilliant. Well done. Yeah, very nice indeed. How many goals has he kicked in his career?
168.
Incorrect.
No, 151. How many games has he played?
209.
Oh, fantastic, beautiful. We got that. What is his favourite all-time movie, and how many times has he seen it?
Happy Gilmore 50 times.
I
Excellent.
said more than 50.
Oh, more than 50. Technicality. Oh, look at that. Ben's going, no, he didn't get that. No, he didn't get that. He got it. It's all right. I like it. You're right onto him, Ben. If you had to describe his ideal day, what would it be?
Probably start with maybe take the dogs for a bit of a stroll.
Yep.
If it's a nice day, we'll go play some golf, go grab a feed, and finish off with a couple of beers in the arvo, probably.
No. I'll say no, just to even the scores up. It sounds pretty good.
It does. What would be your ideal day?
Yeah. Sounds pretty right, actually.
Now that you've brought it up, yeah, it could be. What did we finish up there, boys, score-wise? 9 versus 8. Oh, Ben.
Good boy,
7.
Ben.
Oh, he spun it around. There you are, working well. Doesn't matter. Very good though, Ben. I should nearly award you the prize just for cheating. Fantastic. That's all yours. That's the prize pack. Congratulations there, Will. There's a beanie. You can shake the boys' hands. They're more than happy to do that. There you go. That's your little merchandise pack. Will goes, that's what's happening. I'm back up here for that. There we go. Thank you, boys. Thank you, all of our contestants, for playing along with that tonight. What we're going to do now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to head over there to the banner. We're going to take all of your photos. As I said, we'll do them with our camera. We hope you're having a good time. Thanks for coming out here and being part of the Collingwood night. Cheers, guys. Thank you. We love doing these shows, and we hope you, especially the people that have been here for the first time tonight, have enjoyed your first time experience here. We love doing them because we've done 31 shows this season. We've possibly only got one more next week, unless there's a post-grand final show. Do you reckon you guys would do a post-grand final show? How good would that be if the Pies get up and then we went and did a grand final show after the grand final? How good would that be? I'll be texting you. I'll be texting you and you guys will be going, oh shit, it's Damo. Quick, let's not answer that. But all I wanted to say is it's so wonderful to have just the presence of these boys to be here tonight, but also for all you guys to come along and support not only the Collingwood Football Club, the show, but these guys tonight. Can you please put your hands together for both Jeremy and for Still? Thank you, boys. Let's get serious. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you. Really appreciate that. I honestly wish you the best because you've come from the depths of despair, what looked like it was at the start of the season. Everyone probably wrote Collingwood off. I don't think many people even had you in the eights. So to come from where you are and now to be playing in a preliminary final against your arch nemesis in Richmond on the biggest stage on Friday night. Man, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. You two must be jumping out of your skin. Good luck on Friday night. I hope it all goes really well for you. I mean that sincerely. However it turns out, just you've done it and you're there, all right? So good luck to it all. Thanks very much. Thanks very much to Rob. Rob filled in tonight. Sam, our normal sound guy, he's off with his wife tonight. They're expecting their second child tonight. So that's why he's not here. So I hope everything's going all right for you tonight, Sam. All best wishes for that. Sandy, she's been with us throughout all of the shows this year, and we can't do these shows without her. So thanks for all your help. Thanks for all your support. It's been bloody wonderful having you here. That's it for the shows for this point. Let's hope we do a grand final show next week. We do a post-grand final show after that. It'd be bloody wonderful. You've been watching the That's Good for Footy panel show. My name's Damien. Thank you and good night, everyone. Cheers.